Hello viewer, I am Ghanshyam and welcome all of you to the Elite Neuron. Today we are going to discuss about the some question related to parallel and series resonance circuit in the network theory. And in the previous 2-3 lecture we have already discussed or completed about the theory of parallel resonance circuit in network theory. So here we are going to see 3 to 4 more important questions that are related to your GATE or your university exam, and also it is very important to your examination like SSC JEE and RRB JEE. So stay connected with us till the end of this lecture. Okay, so before starting our video lectures, I want to tell you that if you like the video, please share to your friend and also subscribe to this channel so that you will get immediate notification whenever I will upload a new video. Okay, so let's get started our question. See, this is the question number 1, and the question is asking about to finding the resistance resonance frequency of the circuit shown below. So this is the circuit given by the examiner. Here 5 ohm resistance connected with the series with the parallel connection between two impedance Z1 and Z2. So Z1 contain the impedance 4 Henry and 1 farad of capacitance, and Z2 contain 1 farad of capacitance. So here we need to calculate the resonance frequency. Okay, so for that, before starting our answer of that question, we need to know some point that are very related to this calculation of resonance frequency. Okay, so if you know those 2 points, then you can able to calculate the resonance frequency here. So to find the resonance frequency for any combination of the network, first we need to find the equivalent impedance of the network and then equate imaginary part of the impedance is equal to 0. So here what we need to do, first separate the impedance, whatever the impedance or whatever the combination of resistance, inductance, capacitance is there, then first separate the impedance. So here there are two impedance, Z1 and Z2 is there. So Z1 contain inductance and capacitance, and here Z2 contain only the capacitance. So we take Z1 as our first element and the Z2 as our second element. Okay, so after considering this Z1 and Z2, what we need to do, equate imaginary part of the impedance is equal to 0. So after taking equivalent impedance here in this point and this point, let me write here so that it is very clear to you. See, this is the point A and this is the point B. So what we need to do here, point A and point B. So we need to find the equivalent impedance between the point A and B. So see, this Z1 impedance and Z2 impedance are connected in parallel manner. So here take parallel connection of both Z1 and Z2 and then connect with the series combination with the 5 ohm resistance. Then after calculating this Z equivalent, here we need to separate the imaginary part, that is I, and the real part. Okay, so in the imaginary part we need to equate that imaginary part of the impedance is equal to 0. Then only we can able to find what? Resonance frequency. So let's see the solution. So here let branch 1 has Z1 impedance and branch 2 has the Z2 impedance. Okay, so Z1 contain inductance and capacitance, so we take J, that is imaginary part, inductive reactance minus capacitive reactance. Why we choose the inductive reactance minus capacitive reactance? There is the equivalent impedance. So why we are taking the minus of capacitance value, capacitive reactance? Because see, this is the series network na. So for series network, what we need to do here, take phasor, reference as our current. So here we are taking the reference as our current. But in case of the capacitance, see, the voltage of the capacitance, that is VC, which is lagging the current by 90 degree, and the inductive voltage, that is leading the current by what? 90 degree. Okay, so here the capacitive voltage is lagging. Okay, so it is lagging, that's why it is in clockwise direction. And here if it is clockwise direction, then we take minus term here, so that's why we are taking here minus term. Okay, so Z1 is equal to J XL minus XC, and Z1 is equal to J XL is equal to omega L we have already know, and XC is equal to 1 divided by omega C. Okay, so by putting this in this equation, we know the value of L, inductance, that is 4 Henry, and the capacitance value is 1 farad. So put here 4 Henry and 1 farad. Then after putting this in this equation, then we will get Z1 is equal to J 4 omega minus 1 divided by omega. So this is our equivalent Z1 impedance. Okay, so for like that this impedance Z2 is equal to, there is only one capacitance value is there. So what we need to do, take J capacitance, capacitive reactance C2, okay, and minus term here. Okay, minus term, I have already told you why we take the minus term here. So minus J 1 divided by omega C2. Okay, so C2 value is given 1 farad, that is capacitance value 1 farad is given. So put here in this equation C2 is equal to 1 farad. So after putting, then you will get Z2 is equal to minus J divided by omega. Okay, so Z1 and Z2 will get here. Now Z1 and Z2 are in the parallel combination. So I have already told you in this figure that Z1 and Z2 are in parallel combination. So put the formula of parallel combination here, then you will get Z equivalent is equal to Z1 into Z2 divided by Z1 plus Z2. Okay, so Z1 value put here and Z2 value put here. So after putting the Z1 and Z2 value, see the imaginary term, that is J, and here is the imaginary term J get multiply, then J square will come to our face. So we know the value of J square is what? Minus of 1. So minus of 1 with that minus of 1 get multiply, then minus of 1 and minus of 1 is what? Positive of 1. So positive of 1 multiply with this term and this term, then we will get this term. Okay, so it is clear to you? If it is not clear to you, then ask me on the comment section. I will clarify your every point or every doubt. Okay, no need to be shy. Now see the denominator part. See here in the denominator part, like as the previous case, it is same. Okay, now what we have to do? Multiply the J term in the numerator and multiply the J term in the denominator. So no difference is there. So now come to this section. Now this Z equivalent has all term imaginary part, and the 5 ohm has no effect on the Z equivalent because 5 ohm does not contain any imaginary form. See in this figure, then we will clarify every each point. Okay, so see this is the Z1 and Z2 equivalent, the equivalent parallel combination of this equivalent impedance. So this equivalent impedance contains the imaginary term everywhere, but here there is only the real part, there is not any imaginary part. So we need to neglect this part and considering the imaginary part only. So here is the imaginary part, that is 4 omega minus 1 divided by omega into 1 divided by omega, or divided by this, that is equal to 0. So that will be transferred to the right hand side, then this term is equal to 0. So after taking this term is equal to 0, then we will get, see, 4 omega minus 1 divided by omega into 1 divided by omega is equal to 0. This is the numerator part. Okay, so after taking omega into the right hand side, omega into 0, something that is equal to 0. Okay, so the left part is 4 omega minus 1 divided by omega. So 4 omega is equal to what? 1 divided by omega, or you can also write omega square is equal to 1 divided by 4, or omega is equal to root over of 1 divided by 4. So root over of 1 divided by 4 is what? Omega is equal to 0.5 radian per second. Okay, so please remember that unit of the resonance frequency, that is radians per second, and the value of omega is 0.5 radian per second here. So this is the your answer. Okay, now come to the another question. See here also it is asking about to finding the resonance frequency of the circuit shown below. So this is the another circuit. Here this is the point A and this is the point B. So first we need to, what we need to do, first by observing this side only we can find the equivalent impedance. Okay, so after finding the equivalent impedance, make imaginary part of the impedance is equal to 0, then only you can able to find the omega, that is resonance frequency. So same concept put here, nothing to do other part. Okay, so see here, apply same concept. This is the Z2 and this is the Z1. So Z1 and Z2 are in which combination? Series combination. So they are get multiplied or they are get added to each other. So after adding the each other, taking imaginary part is equal to 0, then you will get omega is equal to 3 radian per second as your resonance frequency. So I have not calculated all the part of the equation because of the time issue. Okay, so it is your task to complete all those thing, derivation or whatever may be the behind this part. Okay, so you need to calculate all those things, then you will get omega is equal to 3 radian per second. Now come to the another question. So it is asking about finding the voltage 0. So here is the voltage 0. See, this is the resistance across the voltage. So it is asking about finding the V0 at the resonance condition. Okay, so see, there is the voltage sources, sinusoidal voltage sources is there, and inductance and capacitance are connected in parallel manner, and there is a resistance. So here we need to calculate the voltage of the resistance. Okay, so this is the ideal tank circuit. See, in case of the tank circuit, the reactance of the both are same. So here the current will be flowing like in the circulating manner. So this is due to the tank circuit, the equivalent impedance of this is equal to infinity. So if equivalent impedance of this is infinity, then current will be 0. Okay, see, by applying only this Ohm's law only. Okay, Ohm's law, B is equal to I into Z. Okay, B is equal to I into Z. So I is equal to what? I is directly proportional to B divided by Z. So it is inversely proportional to Z, yes or not? It is inversely proportional to Z, impedance. So if impedance is very high, then current will be low or current will be 0. Okay, so putting the current is equal to 0, this circuit will be open circuited now, and this is the R. Okay, so if 0 amount of current will be flowing there, if no current will be flow there, then voltage across the output is equal to 0, yes or not? So this is your answer, voltage across the resistance is equal to 0. Now this is the another question. This is very simple. See, a parallel RLC circuit have capacitance value 0.1 microfarad and bandwidth is given 1 kilohertz, and it is asking about finding the effective resistance of the circuit. Okay, so bandwidth is given and the capacitance value is given of the RLC circuit. So we know the bandwidth formula. Bandwidth for parallel RLC circuit, that is equal to 1 divided by RC, or its unit is radian per second, as like as our omega. Okay, so we know bandwidth formula, that is higher cut of frequency minus lower cut of frequency, that is omega 2 minus omega 1 or f2 minus f1, that is equal to 1 divided by RC radian per second. If we take f2 minus f1, then take 2 pi of this side to this side, then 1 divided by 2 pi RC hertz. Okay, due to frequency, due to omega radian per second. Okay, so see here, bandwidth value is given f2 minus f1, that is 1 kilohertz. So 1 into kilo value, that is 1 to 10 to the power 3, and 1 divided by 2 pi. R value is not given, so we need to find here R, effective resistance R, and C value is given, that is 0.1 microfarad. So 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 6 put here. Now R is equal to 2 pi get multiplied with this, and 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 6 will be multiplied with this, and after taking this R into the numerator side, then we will get this side to the denominator side. Okay, so 2 pi into 0.1 into 10 to the power minus 3. So after calculating this term 1 divided by something, then you will get 10 to the power 4 divided by 2 pi, and that is equal to 5 into 10 to the power 3 divided by pi. Okay, so this is the answer. Now see, this is the basic electrical engineering question. Here, so question is not properly asked, so I am writing here, what is the value of E? It is asking about the value of E. So see here, where is the E? This is the E. Okay, so here we need to calculate the voltage across the this potential, positive and negative potential. Okay, let me erase. Now see, this is the circuit. Here V1 is given, V2 is given 0 volt, 10 volt, and with the 5 volt, 4 volt, 2 volt, 1 volt, and this is the combination of this all the circuit. Okay, now see, we are taking here the KVL equation. That means 10 volt plus 5 volt plus E plus 1 volt is equal to 0. Okay, so after taking 5 plus 10 15 plus 1 16 plus E is equal to 0 and E is equal to minus 16, so it is very easy. It may ask in your university exam like 2 to 3 mark. Okay, so this type of practice, this type of question more and more, then you will get good mark. Now come to the another question, then we will end up our session. So here what we need to do, here also the question is not properly mentioned, so I need to mention here. So it is asking about to finding the VO, that is V0 volt. So where is the V0? See in this network, so this is the V0. So here in the 2 ohm resistance we need to find the voltage across the 2 ohm resistance. Okay, so that is V0. Okay, so here 4 volt is given, that is DC voltage when the 2 ohm and there is 2 ohm resistance are connected, and between the 2 resistance one diode circuit with the resistance. Okay, and there is 2 voltage sources is given. So this is the actual ideal diode is given. So when it is conduction mode, that means this is the 4 volt and this is the 2 volt, so the current will be flowing like this only. Okay, so here this is the due to ideal condition, ideal diode. So forward bias in the internal resistance is 0, so it will be flowing like this. So after taking the this is our node and this is our reference node, so voltage across this node is equal to 0 by applying the node concept only na. Okay, so VA minus 4 divided by 2 plus VA divided by 2 plus VA minus 2 divided by VA plus 2 divided by what? 2. So after calculating this term we will get VA is equal to 2 divided by 3. Okay, so here see VA is equal to 2 divided by 3 and this voltage is equal to this voltage only, due to this is the short circuited. Okay, due to this is the this diode is the short circuited because of the forward bias condition. Okay, so VA is equal to VA output, so VA is equal to VA output and there is the minus negative direction. So if it is negative direction, put here negative sign. Okay, so VA output is equal to minus 2 divided by 3. So this is your solution. So it is very easy to calculate na. So no need to bother about all this thing, it is very easy. Okay, so for today that's it. So if you like, then share and subscribe to this channel, and thank you for watching all this video.